Hello there again, friends and neighbors. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. This is me, Stella Hendricks, and today we are gonna be jumping back into The Showgirl Next Door by Holly Madison, one of my favorite books in the entire universe. We're gonna be doing chapter 4, Holly's World. Okay, we need to have a real talk about Holly's World real quick though. Did y'all watch the show, Holly's World? Okay, half of me loved it. I loved seeing Holly Madison in all her cute outfits, running all over Las Vegas, going to her practices and going to the gym and going to the restaurants and all of the stuff. Totally loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. The manufactured drama was the worst thing of my life. It was like super obviously fake. And why can't, like, your life is interesting enough. Why can't we just do it like Girls Next Door style and kind of set up scenarios? And why the insistence on drama? The drama made it cringe and like boring. I hated it. I hated it. Ugh, except for the parts that I loved. Welcome to my life. I think I am a little bit dramatic, but I think I get accused of being dramatic. I am dramatic, but I am sincerely dramatic. I don't be dramatic to put on a show or like to manipulate. I just feel things very strongly. Anyway, why are we talking about me? Ugh, Stella, get on with it. Vegas is the ultimate place to start over. It's also the ultimate place to create your own fantasy life on your own terms. Las Vegas has certainly made itself a very easy city to live in. Everything is close and convenient, people are accepting, and sometimes it seems as if anything goes. Starting over is exactly what I did when I moved to Las Vegas. I'm still the same old Holly, but my job and lifestyle are a little different from when I lived in LA. One thing I like about Vegas is there are always crazy parties going on and always excuses to dress up in crazy costumes. So in that respect, it's a little like my life when I lived at the Playboy Mansion. Vegas is a place where I can do things on my own terms though, and be independent. That could have come out of my own mouth. That's incredible. Except for like you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Cute. I love her hair and the little pigtails. Also, is her dress supposed to be like that? Or did they like have it unzipped and some idiot forgot to zip it back up before they took these pictures? Come now, photo assistants. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I love these little Bavarian outfits. I have actually. See these outfits they have? I have that same one. I love to look like a Fraulein. Oh my god, look at that pink car. Cute. She's so cute. Okay. Oh, I know there's another one in here. There we go. If you have seen my show Holly's World on E, you will know we spend a lot of time exploring Vegas. If there is a place on the show you have seen and want to check out, I probably have it listed in this chapter, along with a few of my other Vegas favorites. And also, being a Vegas professional, I'll let you know what I think about these places when they pop up something I recognize. Mandalay Bay. I love going to the UFC fights. They are some of the most exciting events in Las Vegas. I like to get dressed up for them too, like people used to for the big boxing matches in the 70s. Unless I'm working as an octagon girl, then it's usually tiny red and white two-piece. The major UFC fights are always at Mandalay Bay or MGM. Personally, I like it better when they're at MGM because I don't have to run as far to make it to my show on time after the fights. That was also one of my favorite things about living in Las Vegas. I lived with this couple. I remember the wife's name was Eulalia, but I can't remember the husband's name anymore. I know the last name was Murphy. And the younger brother of the husband was a UFC fighter and the younger brother of the husband was dating the younger sister of the wife. So that was just kind of a funny little coincidence. And I went to a couple of the fights and they were so exciting. I didn't think that I would be super into it. I thought, you know, oh, it's too violent for me or something. No, I turned into a goddamn Roman at the Colosseum when I went to the UFC fights. They are blood pumping, exciting, and especially when you're rooting for like one particular guy and you're sitting next to his woman and like, oh, the energy and the, oh man, oh, I love the UFC. That was incredible. Okay. Planet Hollywood. I live here part-time, but don't try to find my suite. I'm friendly on the casino floor, not so much if someone were to randomly knock on my door. And besides, my roommate, Laura, might bite you. Oh my Lord. -5 ice bar. I'm pretty sure that is gone now, but it was extremely cool, and I think they have something similar in its place. This Arctic themed bar can be found in Mandalay Bay at Mandalay Bay. And whoop. Wait a minute. I must have read something wrong there because it couldn't have just said what I thought it said. In Mandalay Place at Mandalay Bay. Jeez. And what's going on with my life right now? And at the Monte Carlo, they have a normal bar, which kind of looks like a lodge, and then they have their ice room behind the bar area. It's in a big freezer. They provide coats and gloves for you to wear before you go inside the room made of ice. Drink from the famous Boob Luge and be sure to have one of my signature cocktails, the Holly Mad Icin. It's delicious. How fun! Oh wait, I don't think no, I did show you that, okay. The Venetian is absolutely beautiful with its painted ceilings, gilded columns, and of course the canals with gondolas. It smells good in there too, which is kind of apropos, as anyone who's been to the real Venice knows it could use some scenting itself. Sometimes I run into women wearing the Venetian scent, so I'm assuming they sell it somewhere. The Mirage is worth seeing for its tropical rainforest atrium, 5,000-gallon saltwater aquarium behind the chicken counter, and erupting volcano in the front. A valet once told me that if you ask, someone from the Mirage will take you on a tour of the underworkings of the volcano. Really? Why did I think the volcano was part of the Bellagio? Because of going crazy, I guess. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, back in the day when I was super poor in Vegas and I didn't have lots of friends or anything yet because I just got there, I would go wandering around and looking at all the cool stuff, and there's a lot of stuff to keep you entertained. A lot of free exhibits, botanical gardens. You can like go into the flamingo and see the flamingos. Like there's a lot to do if you're poor AF. In Vegas, there's a lot to do when you're rich AF too, but when you're poor, you know, you can still get by. The Bellagio is a beautiful casino with Dale Chihuly blown glass ceiling. It's just the coolest. Yeah, when you go into the lobby and look at the blown glass like fixtures, it's mind-blowing. And the Bellagio Conservatory and Gardens, which is an amazing botanical display with free admission that changes seasonally. There are Christmas displays, spring and summer displays, and Chinese New Year displays. My favorite, however, are the fall displays. The windmills, trees with faces, humongous pumpkins, and other whimsical harvest creatures are delightful. Mandarin Oriental. This is a sleek and sophisticated hotel. Take the elevator up to the bar level and you will see one of the most amazing views of the Strip, perfect to enjoy a cocktail by. Also, the gold block walls and luxurious Asian Art Deco decor are worth seeing. Hard Rock. If you want to people watch and debauchery is your theme of choice, I love people watching. I love people watching. I was the best lifeguard because I would sit there and watch people. People are fascinating. I love them. Go no further than the Hard Rock. For some reason, everyone gets a little crazier here. This can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your mood. There's also rock and roll memorabilia, which is fun to look at, displayed everywhere, like Katy Perry's blue onesie and Sid Vicious's trademark chain necklace. Really? Okay, this is a cool one. Artisan. Some people say artisan. I'm not sure. I've heard different ways. Just west of the Strip at 1501 West Sahara Avenue, this 64-room boutique hotel is surrounded by shade trees, creating a stylish oasis, just minutes from all the Vegas madness. The Harry Potter meets Haunted Mansion meets Twisted Art Gallery look of the lobby immediately transports you to another place, more mysterious and edgy than the larger-than-life style that is de rigueur in typical Vegas hotels. The main lobby is adjacent to a large bar area, which turns into an ultra lounge at night. The pool, though small and retro compared to most Vegas mega pools, has the secluded, sexy feel of a Hollywood hideaway, yet still has a DJ, luxury cabanas, and bottle service. Special areas for weddings at the Artisan include a miniature Gothic chapel and a hidden outdoor garden area behind the pool. Yeah, this one is the coolest hotel that I have stayed at in Las Vegas was the Artisan. It was not super upscale. It was a little bit smaller. It was a little bit less like pristinely clean than I have come to expect from like certain hotels. But it was really, really cool. It was really unique, and the feel of it, it felt really like being in a little hidden world. It was extremely cool. When I first started stripping down in Vegas, it was at this, probably not the best place in the universe, that was kind of down next to the Artisan, and I would see it all the time when I would go to work, and I would always wonder what it was like in there, and I never quite worked up the courage to go in. I used to be very, very timid. I'm much braver now, but it took some doing. And so yeah, so then I went back a couple years ago and I stayed there, and it was even cooler than I thought it would be. It felt very haunted. It felt very, you know what it feels a lot like? It feels kind of like being in the Tower of Terror in the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Like if it was real life, like that's what it feels like. It's extremely cool. Highly recommend it. In fact, it occurs to me right now, I made a little video about when I went and visited the Artisan Hotel. I will link that below. Oh my God, I 100% made a video. Oh, okay, cool. Well, we'll link that. Las Vegas Urban Legends. Area 51. This is a patch of desert about 83 miles northwest of downtown Las Vegas. Shrouded in mystery, this government-owned property has become synonymous with aliens. Its location is rarely acknowledged by the government, and then only as a U.S. Air Force installation. The mystery surrounding Area 51 has led people to develop several conspiracy theories regarding the place, most of them relating to extraterrestrials. The stripper planes. If you live in Southern California and are lucky enough to know about its best-kept secret, the Bob Hope Airport in Burbank, you have probably heard about stripper planes. Supposedly, so much money is to be made stripping in Vegas that Southern California exotic dancers find it worth the trip to fly to Vegas on the weekends. I believe this. I believe this. I knew girls who would like travel and work in a place for a week and then move and move. I don't know how they ever afforded to do it. Some of those girls were hustlers. They just, they made bank. I never made but pennies, but not compared to them, I mean. But, I admired the hell out of them. I was not a hustler. Anyway, since these girls travel every weekend, they know the Burbank airport is much less of a hassle than LAX, so no matter where they live in LA, they will drive to Burbank. And so the Friday evening flights from Burbank to Vegas fill up with girls in tracksuits sporting extra long nails, hair extensions, fake tans, and loads of makeup. The stripper party plane may sound like a college boy's fantasy because of all that SoCal skin, but I have heard firsthand from more than one of my friends that this phenomenon does exist. So yes, boys, the stripper planes are real. I would believe it. Okay, Hoover Dam deaths. The massive undertaking that was the construction of the Hoover Dam sparked tales of how many dead bodies are buried in the structure, allegedly workers who fell into the concrete and couldn't get out. But since the concrete sections of the dam were actually poured in very small portions, this wouldn't have been possible. One eerie tale about the dangerous working conditions on the dam site that is true involves the last man to perish during the construction. He was the son of the first man to have died on the dam project. What? On December 20th, 1922, J.G. Tierney drowned while surveying the area trying to find the best spot for the dam. Exactly 13 years to the day later, his son, Patrick W. Tierney, was the last man to die working on the dam. Wow. That's amazing. I remember when I was compelled to go again to the Hoover Dam, my enemy, they would tell us always about, oh yeah, all the mysterious people who died here and all the deaths. And then the other people would be like, nah, that's not true, none of that is true. And I always would stand there thinking to myself, well, if we have to come back here, if I have to stand here for another 20 minutes, there's going to be another death at that Hoover Dam because I'm going to jump the fuck off of this. Like, I was so done. I was so done with that place. I wanted to go have fun in Las Vegas. I wanted to go see the tiger shows. I wanted to go see the sexy lady shows. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna read a little bit about Liberace. When Liberace returned to Las Vegas in the 60s, his shows were more elaborate than ever, featuring not only his trademark candelabra atop a glittering piano and outlandish costumes, but also more theatrical staging, such as using his Rolls Royce to make entrances. Through the 1980s, he continued to be a major draw in Las Vegas, making up to $300,000 a week. Next to the former museum site is Carluccio Tivoli Gardens restaurant, a delicious Italian place where Liberace used to eat and sometimes cook. Despite having a house nearby, Liberace reportedly kept a secret apartment behind the restaurant because he loved spending late nights there so much. The restaurant features an amazing piano-shaped bar and is said to be haunted by Liberace himself. Liberace's Las Vegas residence is privately owned. I've been lucky enough to take a tour of it and have seen that the owners lovingly preserve it so that it looks very similar to when Liberace occupied the house himself. Cute. Oh, and that is the end of chapter 4. Next, we will have my favorite restaurant. And I have been to quite a couple of these, so I will also weigh in. Because I know you're not just here for Holly Madison's opinion, you're obviously here for mine too. So thank you so much for stopping by, friends and neighbors, and I will catch you on the flip side.